It's amazing how a single design element can completely transform a space. What you're looking at here is a perfect example. Instead of relying on expensive renovations or major construction, the focus is placed on creativity, and that's often what makes a design memorable. One of the biggest trends in modern landscaping is the use of artistic focal points. People are moving away from empty lawns and predictable layouts. They're creating spaces that tell a story, and sometimes that story starts with a sculpture. A carefully placed piece can instantly attract attention and give a garden its own personality. What's interesting is that these designs don't always need to be large. In fact, some of the most impressive ideas are surprisingly simple. Small decorative elements placed among flowers, pathways, or greenery can create visual interest without overwhelming the space. The goal isn't to fill every corner. The goal is to create moments people remember. Looking at this next design, you can see how contrast plays an important role. Natural textures combined with artistic shapes create balance. The surrounding plants soften the structure while the sculpture provides a clear focal point. This is one of the reasons these ideas work so well. They're noticeable without feeling out of place, and that's not always easy to achieve. Many homeowners make the mistake of adding decorations simply because they look interesting on their own. But great design isn't about individual pieces. It's about how everything works together. Every element should feel connected to the environment around it. That's what creates harmony. One thing becoming increasingly popular is the use of animal-inspired sculptures. There's something timeless about bringing wildlife themes into outdoor spaces. They naturally blend into gardens while adding character and movement. Some designs feel playful, others feel powerful, but they all create a stronger connection between art and nature. Another trend that's gaining attention is transforming ordinary objects into decorative features. Items that once served a completely different purpose are being reimagined as works of art, and that's where creativity becomes more important than budget. Some of the most impressive outdoor spaces aren't built with the most expensive materials. They're built with the best ideas. That's what separates a beautiful space from an unforgettable one. As these designs continue to evolve, we're seeing more homeowners experiment with bold concepts, unique shapes, unexpected materials, creative combinations that challenge traditional landscaping rules, and surprisingly, those risks often produce the most impressive results. A design doesn't have to follow every convention to be successful. Sometimes the best ideas come from doing something completely different. Notice how many of these spaces use layering, different heights, different textures, different focal points. This creates depth and keeps the eye moving throughout the landscape. Without that variety, even expensive designs can feel flat. Visual interest is what keeps a space engaging. The same principle applies indoors. Decorative sculptures and artistic elements have become a major part of modern interior design. People are looking for pieces that express personality rather than simply filling empty space. A well-chosen sculpture can completely change the atmosphere of a room. It creates character, it creates identity, and most importantly, it makes the space feel intentional. What makes these ideas especially interesting is their versatility. Some fit modern homes, others work beautifully in traditional settings, some are bold centerpieces, others are subtle details that reveal themselves over time. And often those hidden details become people's favorite part of the entire design. The longer you look, the more you notice. That's usually a sign of great design. It rewards attention, it creates curiosity, and it encourages exploration. The most successful outdoor spaces aren't necessarily the largest. They aren't always the most expensive. They're simply the ones that make people feel something. A sense of wonder, a sense of calm, a sense of creativity. Every sculpture, every decorative feature, every artistic choice contributes to that experience. And that's why ideas like these continue to grow in popularity around the world. People don't just want beautiful spaces anymore. They want memorable spaces. Spaces that stand out. Spaces that reflect personality. And judging by these incredible examples, there are countless ways to make that happen.